He was the hero who led the resistance against colonialism, a political philosopher with a global vision. He was skilled at water conservancy and traveled more than 10,000 kilometers conducting surveys of the land, paving the way for the key reclamation policies in southern Xinjiang. He was one of the leaders in the campaign to destroy opium in Hunan and a pioneer in the modern development of Xinjiang. He was Lin Zexu, a fine scholar, a just and merciful official, and a true patriot. In 1842, Lin Zexu was made a scapegoat for the Qing government's defeat in the First Opium War and was exiled to the Ili prefecture of Xinjiang. He set out from Xinjiang in August, and after an arduous 3-month trek, he finally arrived at Huiyuan, an important town in Ili. As soon as he arrived, Lin realized that Ili was far different than expected. There was no boundless sand or scorching heat of the Gobi Desert, but instead lay a vibrant landscape with blossoming flowers, especially in the Ili River Valley, where the land is as fertile as that south of the Yangtze River. However, local agriculture was not well developed due to various limitations. Military rations for the Ili garrison needed to be transported from other parts of China. In 1843, Ili suffered a severe drought. Buliantai, the then general of Ili, tasked Lin with cultivating the affected farmland. Under Lin's leadership, thousands of hectares of land were reclaimed, and more than 1,000 Han and Uyghur farmers were resettled. The following year, Buliantai planned to reclaim the uncultivated lands of Akawasu and needed to find another water source for irrigation. Lin donated money to build the most difficult part of the Akawasu Canal, the Lonko section. Being an expert in water projects, Lin designed and supervised the construction and oversaw the completion of the 6-kilometer-long canal section. After constructing the Akawasu Canal, hundreds of thousands of acres of land were cultivated and irrigated. And finally, the Ili garrison troops could be self-sufficient away from the military rations. With the success of the Ili Reclamation project, the Qing central government decided to prioritize the development of southern Xinjiang. In early 1845, Lin, who was by then approaching 60 years old, traveled to many major settlements including Aksu, Hetian, and Kashi, bringing his expertise in land cultivation. He journeyed to 8 towns across southern Xinjiang and surveyed over 40,000 hectares of farmland, providing a solid basis for the Qing government to formulate its land reclamation policy in southern Xinjiang. Thereafter, Lin continued his geological analysis in Turpan and Hami in eastern Xinjiang. During that time, he also promoted the Keres irrigation system, which doubled the available fertile land in Turpan and Hami, making it an important grain-producing area in Xinjiang. To this day, the Keres system continues to play an important role in local irrigation, and the Keres wells in Turpan was inscribed onto the World Heritage Irrigation Structures list in September 2024. Following his treks in Xinjiang, Lin left his footprints in 18 major towns and traversed along the slopes of the Tian Shan Mountains. It's a mystery to many how a man in his 60s could complete such a punishing journey of tens of thousands of kilometers. However, his time in Xinjiang not only transformed the living conditions for the people there, but also provided detailed geographical information for the Qing government to consolidate its northwest frontier defense. In early 1850, Lin retired and returned to his hometown. On his way back home, he met an intellectual in Changsha whom he had long appreciated. The two talked till dawn. Lin told the man that Xinjiang has huge potential from its vast territory and fertile land, which should be developed, well cultivated, and irrigated. But he said it's essential to consolidate the border and strengthen the defense of southern Xinjiang. Lin provided all the maps, documents, and other materials he had collected in Xinjiang to the intellectual, hoping he could carry on his work and make more great achievements in Xinjiang. This heart-to-heart discussion was later dubbed the Xinjiang Night Talk. That intellectual's name is Zuo Zongtang, who later became a national hero for crushing the Dungan Revolt and recapturing Xinjiang from rebel forces.